and I'm here now to set the record straight. Yes, I've done steroids, and yes, I am on steroids, monitored and managed by a trained hormone clinician.
What's up, guys? So today we're going to be talking about why I think that Liver King lied about his natural status. Before I begin, I'm not making this video by any means to slander or bash Liver King about him lying or about his PED use in general. I'm just making this video because there's been so many videos made about it already, and I feel like it's a topic that I have to discuss. Because it's like the biggest thing going on in the fitness world right now besides the upcoming Olympia. So with that being said, firstly, I want to give a little personal review so you have a little context as a personal review to his apology video, so that you have some context on my opinions and what my thought process is when I was developing these ideas for why he lied. So overall, like, I appreciate the fact that he apologized, without a doubt. You know, he could have just not apologized at all, or just brushed it to the side, or just not even cared. However, I think that there was a little bit of narcissism throughout the whole video, and I don't know if he necessarily intended it that way, but he did keep on bringing up the fact that, you know, he had money before, and, you know, his what's going on right now isn't going to change that. He's still rich. And not only that, but he brought up many points that just seemed like they were supposed to trigger your heart to feel sorry for them, such as bringing up like suicide statistics or depression or self-esteem issues, which are understandable to a certain extent. Like, many people will start hopping on PEDs because they'll have such bad body dysmorphia to where they feel so small and they've already hit their natural limit. So I'm not sure if that was the case for him or not, but so that's kind of my take on his apology video. But now, why I think he lied. I think he lied for a couple main reasons. And for the first reason, he kind of denies this in the video, but I think he lied because he is, you know, he's a businessman. He mentions, you know, he's rich, he has money, he's got his own supplement line, he's marketing his own character as the Liver King. And, you know, after that first time you claim natural, it's hard to go back, you know, when you're a fake natty. So when he claims natural, he has to stick to that so that people will, you know, keep on believing him, keep on buying his product. And not only that, but if he claims natural and people see how big he is, they're gonna want to buy his product so that they can get as big as him, or follow his diet and his meal plan so that they can get as big as him. And although I think that the majority of the fitness community kind of knew that he wasn't natural, you know, even if only 1% out of his let's say he has 10 million followers. I have no idea how many he has. But let's say he has 10 million. That 1% is still like 1,000 or 10,000 or 100,000. I don't know off the top of my head, but the point being, it's still a big number. And if you have, let's say, 100,000 people still buying your supplements, that's a lot of money, right? So I do feel like, in a sense, it was a bit of a marketing thing, you know, saying that I'm natural, you take what I take, like in terms of the supplements, and you hop on my meal plan, you're gonna get as big as me. And although he denies that, I feel like it might not have been the 100% reason why he lied, but I feel like it played a part, if that makes any sense. That's like that's the first reason. That's kind of the first thing I thought of. And that was after watching like a Greg Doucette video or something, because I watched some videos on people talking about it, like the More Plates, More Dates video that millions of people have watched by now, a couple of Greg Doucette videos, all that good stuff. So I'm kind of taking in all these different opinions and kind of forming my own based on that. So that's the first reason. And to summarize that, it's just basically he was claiming natural so that people would buy his supplements in hopes that they would look like him, even though he is enhanced. So secondly, I feel like the Liver King also claimed to be natural because I don't necessarily feel like he wants to have a bad or negative effect on his followers, even though he was lying to them for all this time. I don't necessarily think that he wanted them to know that he was on roids, because I don't think that he would want them to go on steroids. I think that the Liver King being on steroids is more of a personal choice that he made for himself, but he didn't necessarily want others to do the same. And rather than tell them to do steroids and then, that's how he looked, he motivated them to stick to a certain diet and buy supplements, which ties back to the first reason of him, being a businessman. This is his industry. He's got to make money somehow. So, lastly, I feel like he also lied because, it's public image. And especially after claiming natural the first time, it's really hard to go back. And I feel like the only reason why he necessarily made a video in the first place, apologizing, is because he got exposed. I'm not necessarily sure if he was planning on telling us, but it seemed to be that right after he got exposed, he was quick to make an apology video after, lots of media attention and whatnot. It seemed like his first priority was to apologize. So I do think he is a man that is run by the feelings and opinions of his followers. And what this means is that, ever since claiming natural for the first time, he can't really go back, or else that'll, knock away his following, right? But it's kind of almost having the reverse effect right now, because I feel like there's been so much attention on him. He's probably gained a lot of media attention and followers just from it being a lie, which isn't necessarily a good thing. I don't think he necessarily wanted to do this, or if this was a part of his plan or anything. I don't think that at all. But it's almost worked out in his favor. But I think it'll only work out in his favor for, a couple weeks. And then he might lose respect from many people. Many followers might stop following. And is it unfortunate? Yes. And do I want that for him? Do I want that for anybody? No, not at all. I mean, he talked about in his video how he suffered from self-esteem issues, and in no way would any logical person want to tear down someone regardless of how bad they messed up. It's important to forgive, but we also can't necessarily forget, and so, I do sympathize for him in the fact that he went through self-esteem issues, but in that case as well, I don't think it's necessarily excusable that he did lie. But all in all, those are kind of my opinions on why I think he lied. To summarize it all, he's a businessman. He was trying to sell supplements. It would have ruined his public image, and once you claim natural, it's hard to go back. And do I think he necessarily was planning on apologizing or coming clean? No, because of how quickly he responded after he got exposed, and the fact that it took him to get exposed first before he admitted to it. So yeah, those are my thoughts on why I think Liver King lied, and kind of the whole apology video and situation in general. Do I wish anything bad for him? Of course not. He's just like the rest of us, trying to get huge and trying to live better. Do I think it was right for him to claim natural when he's not? Obviously not, because he's definitely led people on the wrong way, and has probably, I don't know if it would necessarily be scamming people for their money because they would think that taking his supplements would make them look like him. I guess that was just a kind of a business strategy of lying. But regardless, I wish Liver King nothing but the best. And this video I tried to make it as least biased as possible. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys have any opinions on this, or you guys want to have conversations about this, do in the comments below. And with that being said, I hope you all have a great day. Please subscribe and follow my Instagram at nickyoungin_ if you haven't already. And if you haven't hit the gym today, go do it.